Let's have a little conversation about confidence. Everybody wants to feel confident. Feeling insecure is not awesome. But we can't create confidence out of nowhere. We have to develop confidence. And where many people are making a mistake is they're trying to create confidence, but they're not doing the work that it takes to develop it. That's the ticket. So what does it take? What does it take to develop confidence? Confidence comes from you having the competence. Competence. Having the competence to do something means that you are highly skilled in it. You know how to do it and you can do it, whatever it is. The skill could be swinging a hammer. It could be thinking. Thinking is a skill, by the way, and you can also improve the way that you think and create better things from a better way of thinking. How do you gain more competence? Well, you train it. You train it. You develop competence in anything like a kid learns how to walk. You learn, someone teaches you, you practice, you fall down a lot. You sometimes you get a banged up knee, but you get back up and you keep going. And as long as you keep going and you keep iterating and you keep improving, you will become competent, highly competent. So how do we get more competent? Well, this is where it gets juicy, because increasing your competence in order to develop your confidence all starts with your capacity. How much space do you have for everything that you need and want? Capacity is your ability to not just add more, but then keep it. So for anybody who wants to make more money, I'm going to tell you we have to actually increase your capacity to believe that it's possible, and then your ability to hold it. That's a different conversation. We'll get more into that later. So here's the connection. Competence comes from capacity. Well-used capacity develops and improves your competence in something. And then, as you are more competent in something, you naturally become more confident. And it's beautiful because this is really, let me find another color here. This is really a never-ending circle, right? Because the reality is you only have so much capacity. You only have so much room. Think of it like your capacity as your human container. You only have so much room, okay? You have to make sure that you are using that space wisely. Many of us do not. I do now. I protect my capacity ferociously. And you should too. And we can always improve and increase it, right? This is what most people are pointing to when they talk about work-life balance. They're trying to balance their capacity. They're trying to make sure, they're trying to manage their capacity well. That's essentially what people mean when they say work-life balance, right? But the reality is, we have to be wise with our capacity and what we store in there and increase it so that we can then also hold more, right? Because a cup that's filled up will pour over what's pouring out. The way I know that my capacity is either mismanaged, like misfilled, or I just can't, it's not good for me to do this right now. Is that what is a matter of what pours out? Okay. So when I'm stressed and I'm not managing my stress well because I'm not arranging things properly in my life, it comes out you hear it. I'll snap, right? I don't like that. I don't want to be that way. That's why it's so important for me to make sure that what I'm doing are the right things, right? I'm spending my time, energy, and money in the best way possible. That's management, okay? Competence. Here's where it gets fun. Competence is work. Competence is the area of us building our work, of us working, of us doing the work, right? Sorry for glare here, but so the competence, it's not always fun. It can be really hard. This area, this arena, right? Because it requires us to learn something new, try something different, practice, and as we said before, fall down, fail, make mistakes. But in this phase, what we do with all of those things is we pull them together and learn from them and put them to good use. So every fail is a lesson. Every fail. And every time you look at it that way, like, what happened? How did it go? What was I looking for? What did I get what I wanted, right? Or was it good? Or did I do it well? And what can I do better? And we look at it like a learning process, because it is. So it's repetition. It's repetition, right? And we're actually taking the process of learning and trying and failing and learning and trying and failing, right? In that process, that is where the ability compounds. That is where your competence is built, in the compounding. Okay? When you have learned to do something and you've been able to accomplish something because you tried and failed and tried again, and you learned from your mistakes and you kept going, you slowed down when you needed to, you sped up when it was time, nobody can take that from you. Nobody can take it from you. It's why wherever you are, whatever you've been able to accomplish, nobody can take it from you if you did it the hard way. Because it's the only way to truly own your accomplishments, right? And if somebody is coming in and just doing something for you, it might feel good, it might be a lot easier, it might help you out, and all of those things are wildly needed and necessary, but it's a little different, right? Because you can't manufacture confidence. In fact, you'll know how to spot somebody who's manufacturing confidence from a mile away, because it will feel like they're trying to prove something. And then you'll want to ask yourself the big question: are they trying to prove something to me or to themselves? And that's how you'll know that somebody is manufacturing confidence. So I don't want you to manufacture confidence, and you ain't gotta manufacture it. You couldn't anyway, really. Not true confidence. I want you to have confidence. I want you to be confident. And the way that we are going to get you to have confidence and be confident is by building your capacity, increasing your competence, and then you'll take it from there.